nada y ven, cielito lindo que a mí me toca. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Pájaro que abandona, cielito lindo, su primer nido, vuelve y lo haya ocupado, cielito lindo, bien merecido. Pájaro que abandona, cielito lindo, su primer nido, vuelve y lo haya ocupado, cielito lindo, bien merecido. Ay, 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 canta y no llores, porque cantando se alegran, cielito lindo, los corazones. Sí, señor.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. And we want to say thank you to everybody that's here with us. I see a lot of people out there. I see Wilma, I see Paul, I see Rebecca, Fernando, Jay Pendley. So we're glad you guys are all on with us. We are coming to you live from the West Coast right now. We're over in Paulsbo in the state of Washington, where it's starting to turn to fall here. And we want to thank Pam Batten for having us here today and be part of this celebration. We've been doing a lot of these lately, and we're really happy when we can do them. So I'll just take a moment to introduce myself. I am Bobby Medina, and I play the accordion and the trumpet. I play a little bit of piano. I come from the most northern part of Mexico. It's called East Los Angeles, California. And let's see, what else can I tell you? I started playing accordion when I was just 5 years old. My father is from Colorado, and my mother was from Veracruz, Mexico. And so I was introduced to the accordion at a very young age. And then when I got into junior high, I needed to take up a different kind of an instrument in order to be in the band. So I chose the trumpet, and that's a little bit about me.
Hi, guys. My name is Juan Carlos Cadena. I'm from Mexico. My town is Reynosa, Tamaulipas. And I'm a start too young too. 9 years old. My dad teach me. This is a former musician. He teach me to play guitar, and I stay with the guitar for a long time. Now it's I'm start with I was 9. This means like 15 years ago. I'm a little more older than that, but yes, when I came here to the Washington State, I met Bobby, and we start to make this beautiful group named Mariachi Mexico, and I'm happy to be here in Paulsville, Washington.
My name is Juan Manuel Barco, and I come from the biggest country in South America, and it's called Texas. And I started playing very young, a couple of years ago. I was 6 years old, started playing the guitar, and that was my first guitar. And then a tornado in Minnesota made sure that my little guitar ended up all broken in a field asparagus somewhere in Hollandale, Minnesota. But since then, I learned how to play the bajo sexto, and I learned how to play the guitarrón recently. And this is what I'm playing today, the guitarrón, the heavyset guitar of the group. And that's about it. We're very happy to play for you, and that to know that across the country, people are enjoying our music. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So here we go. We're going to play a Mexican classic song. This is called Allá en el Rancho Grande.
Allá en el rancho grande, allá donde viví, había una rancherita, alegre me decía, te voy a hacer tus canciones.
el rancho grande, allá donde vivía. Había una rancherita que alegre me decía, que alegre me decía. Sí, señor.
All right. Woo. So if you have any questions, sorry, I'm going to see if I can open up the chat here just in case anybody's got some questions. You guys can feel free to ask us whatever you want, okay? And we'll try to answer it if we can. So, we wanted to feature some different music than we normally do. And right now we're going to continue with a piece of music. This is called Cuando Vuelve a Tu Lado. And what's really interesting about this...
Sway. It's a sway. That's the next one.
Oh, bueno. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, we're going to do this. We have another medley for you before we do that.
Exactly.
Bueno, okay.
¿Quién será la que me quiere a mí? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será la que me dé su amor? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? Yo no sé si volveré a querer. Yo no sé. Yo no sé si volveré a querer. Otra vez. He querido volver a vivir la pasión y el calor de otro amor y que me hiciera sentir, que me hiciera feliz como ayer en Love. ¿Quién será la que me quiere a mí? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será la que me dé su amor? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? He querido volver a vivir la pasión y el calor de otro amor y que me hiciera sentir, que me hiciera feliz como ayer en Love. ¿Quién será la que me quiere a mí? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será la que me dé su amor? ¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? Siempre que me preguntan de cómo, cuándo y dónde, tú siempre me respondes, quizá. Así pasan los días y yo desesperando y tú contestando, quizá. Estás perdiendo el tiempo,
cuando así pasan los días y no desesperan y con esta terror quizá, 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 quizá.
All right, so I see some of you know this song, one of your favorites, a little bit of romantic music there. And like I was starting to say earlier, we wanted to do something else, and we're going to kind of mix it up a little bit. Although we play primarily mariachi music, repertoire, music of Mexico. Today we're going to mix it up and play some other music from some other countries as well. But right now we're going to do a piece of music that's interesting because this was composed by a female composer in Mexico who was born back on September 14th in 1885, and her name was Maria Grever, and she was the first Mexican composer, the first female Mexican composer to achieve international acclaim. And this hit, it was a hit for her over there in Mexico and in Latin America, but in the later on, like in the 1950s, there was another remake of this in English, and it was called "What a Difference a Day Makes" by Dinah Washington, and this was a huge hit. So we're going to do it in the original version called "Cuando Vuelve a Tu Lado."
Cuando vuelva a tu lado, no me niegues tu beso.
still sounds as fresh today as it did back then. And a great piece of music is always a great piece of music, right?
Of course.
No matter what language.
Thank you. Somebody said, wow. Somebody says, a wonderful arrangement. Thank you. You know, we have been, like Juan Carlos said, he and I have been working together for over 30 years. Yep. Now time goes by really fast. We're both 32 now. And then
I'm the teenager. of
he's
the
the
group.
teenager. Yeah, we've been working together with him probably for 20 years.
Yes.
So it's been great in our arrangements. You know, we work on having different and unique arrangements for everybody. Usually mariachi groups, you know, you see them with 2 trumpets and 2 or 3 or 4 violins and a vihuela and lots of instruments. They can be
Guitars.
10, guitars, guitarrones, everything, and they can be 10 people, maybe even bigger than that. And one of the things that makes us unique is that we typically work as a trio, sometimes as a quartet, but because I play accordion and I play the trumpet and we all sing, well, a little bit at least for me. You know, we do with the trio, we do, like Juan Carlos says, we do the work of 10 people with 3.
That's right.
So, you know, we're going to continue with a great piece of music, and this is just to help expand this thing into other countries because we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and we want to try to include some other countries. So this is a really famous piece of music. It's probably the very best known Cuban songs of all time, and it was written by a guy named Joseito Fernandez back in 1929. And so this has been a huge hit. We hope you all like this. This is called Guantanamera.
Échale, cubano.
Yo soy un hombre sincero, Guajira, sí señor, de donde crece la palma, Guajira como yo. Yo soy un hombre sincero, Guajira, sí señor, de donde crece la palma, Guajira. Antes de morir me quiero cantar 1000 versos del alma. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guajira. Mi verso es de un verde claro, Guajira, sí señor, y de un carmín encendido, Guajira, como no. Mi verso es de un verde claro, Guajira, sí señor, y de un carmín encendido. Mi verso es un ciervo herido, que busca en el monte amparo. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guajira. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Mi verso es de un verde claro, Guajira, sí señor, y de un carmín encendido, Guajira, como no. Mi verso es de un verde claro, Guajira, sí señor, y de un carmín encendido. Mi verso es un ciervo herido, que busca en el monte amparo. Guantanamera,
So does anybody recognize that song? Do some of you remember that piece? Hopefully you do. So it sounds like we're a little bit far away. I'll move these a little closer so maybe you'll hear us a little better. So right now we're going to continue with a really famous piece of Mexican music right now. This is a piece called El Rey, which means the king.
Estoy afuera, pero el día que yo me muera, sé que me vas a llorar, llorar y llorar, llorar y llorar. Dirás que no me quisiste, pero vas a estar muy triste y así te vas a quedar. Hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra es la ley. No tengo trono ni reina, ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo el rey. Tú te ves cansado. Una piedra del camino me enseñó que mi destino era rodar y rodar, rodar y rodar, rodar y rodar. También me dijo un arriero que no hay que llegar primero, pero hay que saber llegar. Con dinero y sin dinero, yo hago siempre lo que quiero y mi palabra es la ley. No tengo trono ni reina, ni nadie que me comprenda, pero sigo siendo el rey. Sí, señor, eso ameritó.
Seguro que sí.
All right, so more of you know that one. Con dinero y sin dinero. They're writing in here. Classic, total classic, very familiar. Yep, that's what we do around here. Great tune. So we have another kind of fun song we'd like to do, sort of outside of the Mexican library of music, we'll say. And this is done in the kind of in the bossa nova, samba, Brazilian style of rhythms. And this is a piece called Quando, 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 which was composed by a gentleman named Tony Renis. And it goes just like this. Yeah, a little cuando. And in case you didn't know it, this has been recorded by a lot of people. You probably, some of you younger people, you'll know Michael Bublé, right? And so Michael Bublé actually recorded that with his big band. And Tom Jones has done it, and a whole lot of other people over the years. Great piece of music. We're going to continue with one of my very favorite pieces of Mexican literature here, or musical literature anyways. This is a piece that was written by a great composer down there named Ruben Fuentes. And this is a piece of music called La Bikina. And actually, nobody knows the name, why this is the title, right? I mean, there's speculation about this title and how it came to be. And I think one of the stories was that this guy saw a blonde woman walking down the beach, and one, she looked like a Viking, and in that case, Viking, bikini. Bikina also kind of means like bikini, right? So there's like somebody was on the beach, maybe with blonde hair. So I don't know, it's a little convoluted, but we like it anyways. This is La Bikina.
Se pone a murmurar, dicen que tiene una pena que la hace llorar. Altanera, preciosa y orgullosa, no permite la quieran consolar. Pasa luciendo su real majestad, pasa camina, los mira sin verlos jamás. Pena y dolor, la vida no conoce el amor. Altanera, preciosa y orgullosa, no permite la quieran consolar. Dicen que alguien ya vino y se fue, dicen que pasa la vida soñando con él.
You should feel my gosh, man.
Tiene pena y dolor, la vida no conoce el amor. Altanera, preciosa y orgullosa, no permite la quieran consolar. Dicen que alguien ya vino y se fue, dicen que pasa la vida soñando con él. Dicen que pasa la vida soñando con él. Dicen que pasa la vida soñando con él.
Hey! La Bikina. Why don't you introduce?
Well, the next one, it's something from Venezuela, from the country of Venezuela. And this is, they consider this one like the second anthem, national anthem in Venezuela. And it's very famous. They use it for the parties. When the parties end, they use this song. It's Alma Llanera. zarzas de las rosas y del sol. ¡Hey, ale! ¡Párachale! ¡Que soy bonito! Me arrulló la viva diana de la brisa en el palmar y por eso tengo el alma como el alma primorosa y por eso tengo el alma como el alma primorosa del cristal. Amo, lloro, canto, sueño con claveles de pasión, con claveles de pasión, para ornar las rubias crines, para adornar las rubias crines al voto de mi patrón. Yo nací en una ribera de la náusea vibrador, soy hermano de la espuma, de las zarzas de las rosas y del sol. Hey!
Alma Llanera. Beautiful song. Are you guys having fun out there? Are you having as much fun as we are?
You all make me
How
feel
is the
like
weather out there.
you made me feel like I'm at a party in Venezuela.
All right.
Very nice.
What is your background?
My mom is white and my dad is from Chihuahua, Mexico.
Okay.
Chihuahua, México, eso.
Okay. Cool. And what's what's the heritage on your mom's side?
They're Czechoslovakian. So
Okay. That's
yeah.
cool. My wife is Swedish and our kids are we call them the Swedish bandidos. So I don't know if we're allowed to say that anymore, are we? I don't know. My son is, that's for sure. But it's really nice, to be here and to see you guys. Glad you're having fun. Just what Mary Beth says, just what she needed after the day she had. So that's great. We're glad to hear it. Music is one of those things that, no matter how bad things can get, this just lifts our spirits. I could sometimes be so tired, but boy, when we get together and play, it's just like I have so much energy and, estamos bien cargados,
Muy
right?
cargados este día.
Sí.
I guess it's time to play something romantic for these people. What about Sabor a mí, man? This is a nice tune. Sabor a mí.
You got it.
This is a nice. Para todos los que aman, para everybody that believe in the love, okay? Tanto tiempo disfrutamos de este amor, nuestras almas se acercaron tanto así, que yo guardo tu sabor, pero tú llevas también sabor a mí. Si negaras mi presencia en tu vivir, bastaría con abrazarte y conversar. Tanta vida yo te di que por fuerza tienes ya sabor a mí. No pretendo
la puedo dar. Pasarán más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tendrá amor la eternidad, pero allá tal como aquí, en la boca quedará sabor a mí. No pretendo ser tu dueño, no soy nada, yo no tengo vanidad de mi vida, doy lo bueno, yo tan pobre que otra cosa puedo dar, pasarán más de 1000 años, muchos más. Yo no sé si tendrá amor la eternidad, pero allá, tal como aquí, en la boca llevará sabor a mí, sabor a mí.
Yeah, a little something romantic there for everybody.
Love it.
We are just about out of time here for us. We wanted to say thank you to all of you for sticking around with us. A big hug, a virtual hug, and thanks to Pam for bringing us back here, and to everybody over in Delaware. We wish you all the best. We want to end our performance with one of the most famous of all Mexican songs. You will know this. Again, Mr. Juan Barco on the guitarrón,
Yes,
the
so.
vocals, Mr. Juan Carlos Cadena. I'm Bobby Medina. Here we go with a little bit of La Bamba.
Para bailar la bamba se necesita una poca de gracia, una poca de gracia para mi papi, allá arriba y arriba, allá arriba y arriba y arriba iré. Yo no soy marinero, y yo no soy marinero, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero, yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Bamba, 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 bamba. Eso. A lo que se compadre. Suéltese la greña. Ay, Cupido te pido, ay, Cupido te pido de compasión que se acabe la bamba, que se acabe la bamba y venga otro sol